Right, welcome back. It's been a little while since I finished the Street Hawk bike and figure and the marble run for my mate Woody, as well as my Williams Lego F1 car that my kids bought me for Father's Day. Next project. I do apologise for the tone of my voice. I am a bit pissed off at the moment because I've just been at West Brom, wasted 5 hours getting there and back, and 2 hours in a queue for Firkins Bakery in the new so-called Great West Bromwich indoor market. 2 hours in a queue just for Firkins, just to keep the peace with the wife. I mean, to be honest, that's all I end up doing these days, is keeping the bloody peace. But anyway, it's next project time. I've had this kit in my possession for about a year and a half. My kids bought me this for Christmas along with another rally car kit, and I've been wanting to do this kit for a while, and it's only my second Belkits kit. The last Belkits kit I did was in 2014, for those of you who've followed my channel for a few years, and that was the Ford Fiesta WRC car that I got when I had my PPI back in 2014. So here's the next kit. Right, turning the camera around, it is the Belkits 1/24 scale Hyundai I20 WRC car from the 2019 season. Like I said, I've been wanting to build this for a while, and my kids bought it me for a Christmas present like a year and a half ago, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So the box art's pretty decent. It's got a picture of the car, side, a bit of information on the side. There's a picture on the side there. It tells you 1/24 scale. So that's that. I'm just going to pause this a sec. Right, so taking the lid off, and there's a lot in this box. So you got a bag full of decals, instructions. You've got photo etch. There could be some masks for the windows in there, maybe. Right, sprue count bag. 1, 2, your clear parts. 3, 4. Rubber tyres. They've got a tread on them as well. I'll show you that in a minute. So that's, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sprues. And you've got the body shelf for the car itself. Right, I'm going to pause this a sec again. Taking the body shell out of the bag, that's not too bad, though. I wish the fender well pieces had been moulded into the actual body itself, because they're going to have to be painted separately. So gluing those on, I'm hoping the bloody glue won't run the paint, or it won't rub onto the actual body shell itself. But the body shell doesn't look too bad. Right, so putting that back in the bag, let's have a look at these tyres. Right, so get my knife. I'm not going to open every bag. Right, so I don't know if you can make that tread out, but at least it's got a tread on it, because most of the rally cars that I've had, only some of them have tread, some of them are just slicks. So there's proper tread on them tyres, that's pretty decent. So I'm well chuffed with that. So you got rims and brakes for that screw. The underneath rear splitter. The front splitter. There's your wheel arches for the fender wells. A bit of interior, steering wheel, dashboard, There's a seat there. Looks like you've got a night light there, if you want to put the night lights on. Front lights. This one looks like it's mainly roll cage. There's a lot of plastic on that sprue. You got the interior tub stroke chassis. Probably some more spit apart suspension. Front steering arm maybe. Axles. Rear spoiler. Various bits for the engine. That's probably the rear fender well. Another rear fender well. A few bits and bobs for the interior. They were quite nice. Liking those. You've even got the little hatch for the car driver where they push the notes through at the checkpoint. Rear screen, front windscreen. Not bad. Hold on a minute, I don't know if that's knocking my door. Right, sorry about that. It was my brother-in-law at the front door. So last but not least, the underneath chassis. That'll probably, I'm assuming. Oh, I've already explained that. A bit more another part of the interior tub and underneath chassis. Side doors, all them are quite well detailed. I've never had them pop out like that before. That's quite deep, that is. I mean, if you look at the tip of my finger, and it's almost as thick as my tip of my finger. That's really well deep, that is. I've never had that kind of detail on a rally car kit before. Fair dues to Belkits. And you got 2 more seats. Bucket seats. So I don't know what them other 2 seats were for. I don't know if they're spares. And there's a lot of holes in there, so I'm assuming them are for mounting stuff. So there's going to be a lot in this interior tub. Right, so I'm putting the bags of sprues to one side. Whoops-a-daisy. Just drop the wheels and the rims. Right. Decals. What's in this bag? Right, let's have a look. Right, so, some photo etch. Some brakes. That's the front grille, I'm assuming. I don't know if that's a spare rear grille. Looks like you've got a fair few grills. You've got 1, 2, and the one with the I20 on it. Them are your grills for on the bonnet. You've also got some bits and bobs for the seat belts. Seat belt detailing, very, very nice. I don't know what those are for. I haven't got a clue. Yeah, that's a nice bit of photo etch. That's probably your ribbon for your seat belts. Yes, them look like masks for the windscreen and the side windows. Right, let's have a crack at this decal bag. Right, let's get this open. Whoops. Okay. Right, so you got a decal sheet for carbon fibre. Seat belts. I'm assuming you put those, maybe put those on the ribbon, I don't know. Looks like a bit more carbon fibre. So that's not too bad for that sheet. You've got a shiny little tiny sheet here, if I can pick it up, with the Hyundai logo, so I'm assuming one for the front, one for the rear. Put those to one side, and then here's your main decal sheet. Not bad. So, from what I can gather, this is for Thierry Neuville. I don't know what's that sheet that's just fell on the floor. Bit more. That's just fell on the floor. A bit more carbons, probably some spare carbon, some spare for the fender wells and that. Yeah, it looks like it's for Thierry Neuville. I was honestly thought you might have had other drivers as well, like Oit Tanak and Danny Sordo. Just looks like Thierry Neuville. Yeah, but these... Oh, there's a bit of dust on there for some reason. So it's got to give them a bit of a brush. Yeah, the decals are really, really nice. Very nice indeed. Now my one main concern... Yeah, it looks like you get fender well decals as well. I'll actually be painting the fender wells on this. Because to be honest, it's going to be my first time using my airbrush. My wife Donna bought me one of those neat and handy airbrushes. So I've been on the internet. I went on Hero Boy and got some zero paints. So you've got the Performance Blue. Now finding this stuff in a can, you can get this in a can, but it has to be specially made. And I think it was £30 a can, and I'm not paying that. So, like I said, my wife Donna bought me the airbrush for Christmas. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to be using this stuff. Apparently it's pre-thinned, so I haven't got to thin it down to go through the brush. So you've got the Performance Blue. You've got the blue, that blue. So you've got that blue, Performance Dark Blue. And then you've got the red, which would be the same colour as those there. So with the fender wells, I might have to cut these off and put them on separately. But yeah, not too bad. So big thank you to my sons Darren and Wayne for that. So that's my mini kit review done. Right, I forgot to do the instructions. Quite a bulky book. Not bad. Right, now the colours on these. One thing that bugs me about this. It doesn't tell you the Performance Blue colour. It doesn't tell you that at all. It's just got I20 Blue Pantone, Luminous Red Pantone, Night Blue Pantone. I mean, I don't know what N5 colours is, I ain't got a clue. But like I said, it lists the Tamiya colours and N5 colours. Hence why I bought those 3 bottles. Right, so it gives you an explanation of all the parts, so if you're missing anything. So that's good. Right, so it looks like you start from the underneath chassis first. Yeah, not looking too bad. Looks fairly straightforward. Oh, that might be a bit of carbon. Could that be the carbon? Maybe that carbon that I showed you. Maybe that's it. I don't know. And then once you've done some of the underneath chassis, it looks like it tells you to start doing the interior. Usually it's the interior first, to be honest. Oh, looks like I've got to wrap the ribbon around the tyres as well with those photo etch clips, just like on the Fiesta. And putting those through. So you can either do it with a ribbon or the decals, depends on your personal preference. It's got a very well detailed explanation of the side doors. It looks like you can use, looks like there's some decals as well as paint colours in the Tamiya. So I'm loving those side interior doors, really well detailed. Yeah, telling you to put the seats in. Chassis onto the tub. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. There's putting your grill in. Oh, what's that there? Paint the tall lights inside the clear parts. Yeah, that's something else. and then finishing things up. And then your decal placements, really well explained. Belkits have done a tremendous job with these instructions, not bad at all. And then top and back and front, not bad. Not bad at all with the instructions. Right, so I've just bored you to death for 15 minutes, or just over 15 minutes, explaining what's in the box. And with that being said, it's time to get cracking on.